Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new series. Well, it's probably going to be a once-off, and I'm experimenting with live commentary. So this is Cabernet, a vampire gothic-inspired style role-playing game. So I'm super excited. It's only in the demo phase at the minute, and I've been seeing sort of advertisements and seeing little bits and pieces about it, and I figured, well, look, it's a demo. Let's take a look. I think they're made from a developing company, Party for Introverts. So yeah, let's give it a go. Let's begin the story. So yeah, really liked that little intro there with the spilling of the wine. And I've heard about this, so...
Thank you all for coming here today to say goodbye to my Liza.
This is actually the character creation screen, guys. It's actually at the funeral. So we get to make our character based on, like, the obituary. Or, like, the eulogies people say about us. Do I have to click?
I never thought I would bury my own daughter. My own blood, my pride. Yet,
and I love how it's like year whatever, so we can kind of decide how old we roughly are. But yeah, poor mom.
I can't do this.
It's very fair.
Go, please say something. I just can't.
So we have four main stats.
It's all right.
Like art, literature, history, science. So we can make ourselves a really varied character, and we can give ourselves different dialogue options based on our past experiences. And I've seen later on the demo you can also like read books to buff certain stats as well. But anyway, we'll get to it here.
About someone dying so young.
So we're young anyway. That's fair enough.
Particularly someone as special as Liza. If I may, I won't dwell on the circumstances of her tragic death today.
Oh, so we don't know why or how I died yet, so that's
instead
mystery.
I'd like us to celebrate her life.
Mm-hmm.
Despite her obvious calling for medicine, when she was little, I always thought she would become...
Okay, so what was I going to become? I'll pick writer.
A famous writer. You should have heard how she could spin a yarn.
And I got 5 points there. That's cool, that's cool.
She used to tell me her own fairy tales when she was a young girl. The creatures she made up, the stories she told me. The classic ballads were no match for them. Such a bright girl. Always a top student. Always the pride of her parents.
No mention of dad, or at least dad wasn't proud of me.
By the time she graduated. Liza must have read every book there was in the school's library.
So I could have given myself more science. Maybe
to
that's
my shame,
bad.
I'm not so well read myself, but she used to teach me about all the classics. That served me very well at dinner parties.
So I'm going to know nothing other than books.
I can't tell you how proud we all were when she was accepted at the medical academy.
Okay, so I did go into medicine
anyway.
anyway.
She was destined for greatness. But to become a doctor, one of the first women to achieve that in the whole country.
Okay, I didn't realize that was concretely something I was. I probably should have put some sort of medical things in. Oopsies.
If someone deserved that honor, it was our Liza.
Maybe they'll give me some now.
Liza was so much more than a gifted student.
true friend.
With all of her other talents, above everything else, she was a true and loyal friend. She connected with people easily. She cared deeply about them.
Okay, so kind of an empath. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this more.
Say too much. After all, if she wasn't so thoughtful, maybe she would still be with us.
Oh my god, was I like attacked by somebody?
But I digress. Please forgive me. What's done is done.
But yeah, I probably could have actually gotten 5 points in everything if I had been like, oh, well, like there's some in that, some for the sciences, then there was like some for the music, some for the... Maybe? I'm not sure.
She was my favorite niece. Let us raise a glass to her. Pour some vodka for Kolya, too. He is old enough to send his sister off. A piece of my soul went into the ground with her today, as I'm sure did many of yours. Let those pieces help Liza, wherever she is now.
Okay. The background
Liza.
painting is beautiful as well, though. Oh my goodness. No coffin, though.
When I was a little girl, I often had trouble falling asleep.
Oh, the drops of blood are really cool.
My mother used to sing me this lullaby to comfort me. Tonight, I slept deeper than I had in my entire life. I had a disturbing dream that a string was coming out of my mouth. When I started pulling it, I realized that it came from all the way down my throat, buried somewhere deep in my body. I kept pulling, but I couldn't go too quickly for fear of burning myself with friction. Finally, the whole string was out. I felt relieved, but also strangely empty.
Is this a metaphor for like the soul? Was she pulling the soul out and becoming a vampire maybe?
I realized that I was in my bed, with my mother sitting beside me, crying. I didn't know why she was in tears, but I knew it was my fault.
Oh. Okay. God, girl, don't scare me like that. Dear Lord.
Mom? Kola?
My body feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Like I slept for days. WASD, keyboard controls. Either this is a nightmare, or I'm in hell. It feels too real to be a dream. Old kerosene lamp, someone left in the room. Kerosene lamp was added.
The cupboard is locked. Why would anyone keep something of value in a place like this?
Oh, I don't know either, girl. Oh, it's so dark. Oh my god. Oh, stuff.
My medical journal from the academy. And my family medallion. Who could have brought this here?
Yeah. Liza's medallion, a handcrafted sterling silver medallion passed on to Liza by her father. Press tab to access the journal. So I'm rank 1, I have no coins, and I have 5 and 10. And I have 0... Looks like yin and yang. Is it like good points and bad points? I have 0, and I have 5 good points. Oh, I see. Down here. Down here is 5. Okay, so I'm guessing goodness and no badness yet. Okay. Welcome to the high life. Escape the chamber. Oh, there's... Oh! Okay, there's like... It's like literally day by day. Interesting. Relationships. I am locked out of all relationships. Glossary. Oh, this must be like a handy... Names and nicknames. Culture. Medical. Oh yeah, so... Medical education institutions extended in Eastern Europe for centuries. However, in some countries, many females were only able to study in the very end of the 19th century. And I have my lamp and my locket. Okay. Tab out, okay.
Lilies of the valley. My favorite flower. Who put them in this room? It's disturbing to see them here.
They're also dead girls, so maybe it's not because it's their it just could be a coincidence, you know?
Locked. Hello? Anyone?
Oh.
Hello? Who is this? I'm locked inside. Please help.
Are you still there?
Are you still there?
The music is beautiful. Maybe the person can't speak. Maybe they're mute.
Maybe you can't talk? Please knock twice for yes and once for no.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Can you help me open the door?
Girl, do we want to leave this door? Well, I suppose we do, but like... it's a scary thing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Will you help me?
What an arsehole. It's like, can you? I can, but I won't. What do you want?
What is it that you want from me?
That's not a yes or no question, babes. I have no coins. Maybe they're sick.
I'm a doctor by trade. I can heal you if you're sick, or come on call anytime, day or night.
A favor?
I don't have much, but I can owe you a favor. Then it's settled. Whoever you are, do you hear me?
And you could have knocked yes for that, or twice for yes.
If you open this door, I, Yelizaveta Morozova, will be in your debt.
Nice.
Ah! What the hell is this? My shoulder just felt like it was burning up.
Did we make a deal with the devil? No, bollocks.
I can't see anything from this angle. I should check up on it later.
I was about to stupidly say we could look in a mirror, but they probably don't have reflections. Oh, god dang it.
It's open.
Well, we should hope so. They unlocked it.
No one.
So now we don't know who we owe a favor to. Great.
What have I gotten myself into?
To distribute new skill points. Earning experience points allows you to upgrade your skills. Okay. Points available 5. Maybe I'll move this to 10. And then I can put points in. I'll see. I kind of like if history and politics is like mingling with people. It's probably good.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? What a peculiar painting.
Oh, I could have had... Okay, but I can examine because I have the high history. It must be from nearly 400 years ago. The family Clears belongs to the ruling class, wealthy and powerful. So that's where, if I hadn't have done all 5 points, I couldn't have done either of those. And I gained experience points for that. Where do I see experience points? Character sheet, rank 2, experience 2 of 15. Okay. So I don't know how... I might have gotten 2 more experience for that, maybe.
It smells like death here. Like in the academy when we left a cadaver out for too long. Only, it's much worse than that.
I'm hearing
Someone's
scratching.
running here.
I don't like that. The scratching noise is really irritating.
I could live on this for a week.
5 coins. It's not mine though. And then if I piss off somebody upstairs because I've took money.
Tempting, but I can't take what isn't mine.
Liza's morality is still shaping. Certain choices provide you with humanity or nihilism. Some choices will only become available after she reaches certain levels. So I have now 10. So probably 20 gets you to another stage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't like that scraping sound at all. Don't like it at all, if I'm honest.
The mirror is covered by a sheet. People only do that when someone
This
dies.
is in yellow. Oh, it is common to veil a mirror with cloth when someone passes away. People say it is so that the souls of the dead person don't get trapped inside there. I see. And we got this. No glasses touching is allowed when toasting for a dead person. Okay.
Mother explained that this is so the dead soul does not get lost and trapped inside. Silly superstition, of course.
I don't know, girl, we're a vampire. I'm not gonna let the cover stay.
Still, why risk it? God saves the man who saves himself.
Girl, I don't think God saved us. I think we're quite doomed. So all 4 rooms locked. Let's venture upstairs. So,
Eerie.
no science either. See, this is what happens when you spec too high into certain skills. But I needed
This is unbearable.
It's okay. Choices
I'm a
are
doctor.
choices.
I can get through this. I just need to look straight ahead.
I really feel like I should have given her more points into the medical stuff if she is actually a doctor. She's literally just a
Give me strength,
creative spirit.
no matter what is on the other side.
But I have 10s in 2 things.
What in heavens is all this?
Chapter 1, Higher Society.
I will make sense of all this later.
I look affright. Oh my god.
Something is wrong. My head is spinning. I feel the floor slipping from under my feet.
Oh.
Would you look at her?
How does one have the gall to show at the Countess's manor in such a filthy outfit?
She must be a nihilist. It's spreading all over the country like a plague.
I am not a
You
nihilist.
two don't know what you're talking about. It's the latest rage in Paris now. The dirtier, the better.
Okay, no one to talk to here. There is lots of suspiciously red wine. But they also have food, so maybe some are people and some are vampires.
Have you heard? The Countess is sending me on a special assignment to the capital.
You lucky devil. I've been stuck here for years. I swear, I dull my fangs just to spend the night in the city.
Okay, so you're vampires, because you just said dull your fangs. Ugh.
I'm starving, and the food looks so fresh and delicious, but the strangest thing is, I have absolutely no appetite for it.
Miss, are you all right?
Mind your own business, Petya. It's rude to stare at a lady.
Sorry.
He's just trying to talk to me.
I know it's not ideal, Countess Orlova, but I'm afraid there is not much we can do at this point.
Of course now there bloody isn't. The right time to act was last week. I don't understand where this influx of product is coming from. It's undercutting our prices. Where were you when I... Who is this creature? Darling, you look like a little domovoy. Come over here. I don't bite.
What the heck's a domovoy?
Hello? Hello? I'm terribly sorry for it.
You must be the doctor's new apprentice. Look at you, poor thing. You must be fresh out of the ground.
Oh, I've already started off on the wrong foot.
Excuse me?
Ugh, nobody must have actually inducted you. How typical. No surprise with the men around here. Hussar, why is she in such a state?
She was not supposed to wake.
I'd love to catch you up, dear, but sadly I have some urgent business to attend to, thanks to this gentleman over here.
Oh god, and I've already... She's clearly not one to piss off, and I'm already after pissing her off.
Hussar, be a darling and show this young lady around when she's decent.
As you wish, madam. If you'll excuse me, I'll go for a smoke on the balcony. You can find me there.
You're excused.
Oh god.
If I recall my first day correctly, your head must be killing you. Here, drink this.
Thank you. May I ask what this is?
If you know too much, you'll grow old sooner. Trust me, it will lift your spirits.
Whatever this is, it's beyond delicious. It's sweet and thick and tastes like cherry and wild strawberries.
Thank you.
I do feel a lot better all of a sudden.
Now go change. We can't have you gallivanting around in those scrubs. There is a nice dress about your size in the cloakroom.
Thank you kindly, madam.
Orlova.
Madam Orlova.
You're welcome, child. Now off you go, change and mingle. Time is money.
Okay. Oh, look at me, speedy go.
Another cloth on a mirror. Something bad must have happened. That should do it, hopefully. The Countess sure has excellent taste in literature. In other circumstances, I'd spend all day here reading.
Same, girl.
Goodness, this must be the dress the Countess was talking about. Such an ornate Western style. It must cost a small fortune. I want nothing more than to change out of this horrible nightgown, but this is just too much.
No, we were told to get changed, girl. Comfortable nightgown for a deep slumber, and no bonuses. Evening dress gives us even more politics.
It's perfect. Fits like a glove.
So obviously you must get newer dresses further on.
I still don't know what's happening here, or at least I hope I don't. But delaying the inevitable is just tying my stomach in knots. I need to find that young man and learn the truth.
Okay. But first, let's chat to people. Can we chat to anybody?
Have you heard the rumors about Count Kaminsky?
Not lately. Do tell.
They say that he found himself a young human lady and fell in love like a schoolboy. Apparently they got so close, he even confessed to her his true nature.
You don't say.
Yes, and the best part is, she is completely fine with it. He doesn't even have to enchant her anymore.
Fascinating. The world just gets madder and madder every day, doesn't it?
Okay. What does any of that mean?
I just never know what to say to humans. If I'm honest, I find them all a little dull.
That's not fair of you to say, Margarita. It's not their fault that they don't have the advantages of eternal life.
I know. And don't get me wrong, some of my best friends are human. Sometimes I just wish we could convert them all and give them the proper life. But you just can't help everyone.
Please tell me you have some good news for me. It's been 2 weeks since the last Cabernet shipment. The clientele is very unhappy.
I did manage to get in touch with the vendor. He says the conditions for harvesting are getting even worse, thus the interruption. We did reach an agreement though. They are happy to continue. But from now on, it'll be an extra 5 coins per bottle.
Oh, thank goodness. At this point, honestly, whatever it takes.
So they must be like
Another
harvesting.
week and the Countess would have fried me.
Oh, they must be harvesting humans.
Good evening, Hussar.
Action points, okay.
Ah, there's our belle of the ball. Liza, right? You actually don't look half bad when you're not covered in graveyard dirt.
Thanks.
Graveyard dirt? First the Countess, now you?
Don't want to be rude. Again, I'm only a newbie.
Why is everyone going on about funerals?
Because you just had one, girl.
Surely an educated lady like you must have put together who we are by now, haven't you?
Oh, I have high literature. Oh my god, it finally works.
Could you really be vampires?
We, Liza. You, me, the Countess, nearly everyone here at the manor.
Oh god, we?
Vampires, creatures of the night, blood-sucking monsters. Your pick. Just like you read about in folktales.
Are you just playing tricks on me? Is this all a joke?
Girl, you woke up with literally... Oh, stop. I hate when people, like, just don't... Well, look, she's probably in shock. That's why she's not accepting the truth.
Only the best kind there is.
Oh, because I never looked in the mirrors, I don't get this option.
Does this mean I'm dead?
Dead, alive, who the hell cares? Trust me, Liza, you just won the lottery.
I don't even remember how it happened.
That actually does happen quite a bit. That memory usually comes back soon enough.
Move on. Oh, I have no signs. Okay.
What about my family? When can I see them?
Yeah, so I'm noticing if we had more, we'd be getting more experience points, and therefore more chances to get more skill points. So
I was worried you will ask me that. Technically, they think you are dead, and it is best for everyone if they keep thinking that. It's true, too.
I can't just leave them like this. They have to know I'm all right.
No, girl, they can't know that.
Look, I know this is too much for you to take in right now. Maybe that's a conversation we should revisit another time.
Yeah, I'm curious. There's probably a better way to, like, spread your points out, but then maybe if you pass higher level checks, you get more experience. I'm not sure.
I have so many questions.
But I also want to, like, RP her a certain way as well. Like, I don't mind not necessarily having the most optimal plays, and it encourages replays. Like, do I now have, like, a bleeding heart humanitarian, you know, writer and kind of politician, or do I then have, like, a more nihilistic doctor who's like, oh yes, science and experiments, let's, you know, whatever.
See, that's what I was afraid of. Theory is not my forte. I'm a proponent of learning by doing. Why don't you go talk the ears off some other guests while I finish smoking in peace? After that, I can show you what it's really like to be one of us.
Okay.
I suppose I can do that. Could you at least tell me a little bit about the people, the guests in there?
Oh, come on. Where is your spirit of adventure? I'm sure you'll figure it out on your own.
Oh, nice, because I have a history of 10.
What is it?
I wonder if the Countess would approve of you pushing your responsibilities off to a bunch of strangers.
Haha!
Well played. Fine. Let me think for a moment about our fun little group here. You've already met the Countess, so that's a big plus. Not everyone gets to do that in their first month, let alone first day. Who else would you like to know about?
Who is the intense lady with the purple hair?
Must be a dull purple. I didn't notice anybody with purple hair.
That's Elisa. She is quite important around here. I'd try to start out on the right foot with her if I were you.
What could you tell me about the woman in the pink dress?
You must mean Arben. You know, they say she was born somewhere far to the east. That broad has been around forever. Probably has a tale or two to share.
She's probably the oldest vampire.
What about the young man who asked about my health?
Who? Oh, you must mean Petya. He is just a human. Elisa brought him in for fun. He is such a card and has absolutely no clue.
So they're just going to eat him tonight and not realize. Wonderful.
That sounds cruel.
Don't be like that. It's all in good fun. I suppose that's everyone of note, really. Besides me, of course.
Oh.
Of course. All right. Thank you kindly.
No rush, please.
I only got 12 for that. Okay, so different things make different choices. And yeah, the dress now give me 15. Yeah. I now have 9 experience points, so I nearly ranked up again. So I can't speak to them.
I do actually have a model right here with me. I always carry Matilda with me, just in case a good opportunity strikes. You never know. Look into her eyes. Doesn't she look alive to you? Like she's going to blink?
Yes. Well, apologies.
Petya.
Petya, we should probably go discuss some urgent business with the Countess.
Oh, of course. In fact, I'd love to meet her as...
Oh, they're just there to eat you, love.
I don't know how, but I can just sense that he is not one of us.
Is it because he's a heartbeat?
Such a strange feeling. Attraction? No, but something very similar.
A hunger?
He is most certainly human.
And that means you're most certainly not.
Oh, hello. It's you, lady in the nightgown. How are you feeling? I was really worried.
Much better. Thank you. I'm Liza, by the way.
Of course. Where are my manners? I'm Petya.
It's a pleasure. You were the only one who seemed to care about my illness.
Oh, nonsense. They are a lovely bunch around here, just all very busy.
Mm-hmm.
The third group I'm pitching my dolls to, and everyone keeps running off for urgent business.
Because they don't want to talk to you, love.
Did you say you're selling dolls?
And making them, yes.
I see you have one with you. May I take a look?
Of course. Matilda here is my favorite. I'd love to get some honest feedback. Well, what do you think?
Oh, it's just lovely. So detailed and human-like. She reminds me of the one I had when I was a little girl.
They're not the same face shape, it's okay.
That's exactly what I wanted to accomplish. Thank you. I knew someone here would appreciate it.
No, I'm glad.
I'm hoping to show her to the Countess. With her approval, the sky's the limit. You know, making toys is what I wanted to do since I was a little boy.
No.
My father always called this foolishness, among other things. That it's not manly work. I never managed to convince him otherwise.
I'm sorry. That must have been tough.
Well, here I am, still at it.
Still at it and still unsuccessful in driving away people. Well, in fairness, people. I mean, we're all just vampires being like, you're just here for the dessert, pal. Like, we don't actually give a rat's about your doll.
I do have a feeling that I'm onto something with Matilda. Just you wait. My gut tells me that tonight is going to bring something special. And it's never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
How did you end up being invited here, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, that's all thanks to Elisa, the lovely young woman in the yellow dress.
Okay, so yellow dress is Lisa.
She saw me at the town market and saw some real potential in my work.
Mm-hmm.
She said that the people in the manor might be interested in seeing it, and you didn't have to ask me twice.
Oh, poor boy, you're just being... Oh, God.
I see. How is pitching going so far?
Lisa, they're obviously not interested.
I'll admit, it's a little slow, but the night is still young.
You are an optimistic guy, aren't you, Petya?
My mother used to say that my hope will be the death of me.
Oh, God.
But what's the point of living if you don't believe in people and yourself?
You may be right about that. At least I truly hope you are.
Oh, I'm seeing the writing on the walls.
Best of luck with everything, Petya. Hope everything works out with the Countess.
Thank you, Liza. You're very kind.
I felt like if I had high enough humanity, I should have been able to, like, tell him, run.
Have you tried the Countess's Cabernet? Honestly, I think this may have been the best one I ever tasted.
I prefer to stick to clear drinks around here. If you really want to try some decent Cabernet, stop by my salon on the main street.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I'll take
Does
you up
she
on
let
that
you
offer.
run a bar that sells human blood? Oh my God.
Hello. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I'm Arbin.
I'm literally just awake 2 hours. Nice to meet you.
I'm Liza. Good evening to you too.
You don't sound so sure. Is it really a good one for you?
You're right. If I'm honest, it hasn't been the easiest night.
That's what I thought. My advice is always be honest, unless you absolutely can't be.
Like, what does that mean? I suppose, like, yeah, if, like, you're gonna die unless you tell a little white lie, then fair enough. But yeah, I think Liza will also be forthright and honest, although we weren't with, like, poor Petya saying, get out of here.
In the end, it does make everyone feel better.
That's a good piece of advice.
Stick with me, lovely. I'm chock full of them.
Good advice? I mean, sure. Advice for a new vampire.
Arbin, I've only just been turned, and all of this is very new to me. May I trouble you for some advice?
I hope you don't mind me asking, but has someone in your family enjoyed wine a little too much?
Oh, her dad. Okay.
Yes. My father. Wine, vodka, anything he can drink, really. You aren't clairvoyant, are you?
Everyone becomes a little clairvoyant if they live long enough and pay attention. I saw you drinking that glass earlier, and I think you should be careful around it, my dear.
Alcohol's my father's problem. It isn't mine.
It's not just alcohol you should be concerned about.
Oh yeah, I did literally guzzle it down.
You can keep away from it if you want. Blood, however, you will now have to drink, whether you like it or not.
Whether I like it or not.
Yeah, kinda goes with the vampire territory.
Demons are hereditary, my dear. Always remember that.
So I'm at risk of being like a bad vampire and like blood addict kind of thing. Okay.
I couldn't help but overhear that you are a wine expert?
I dabble. I run a literary salon in town and serve drinks there.
A salon is a gathering place held by an inspiring host. During the gathering, they amuse one another and increase their knowledge through conversation. The salon culture was introduced to areas to spread the Francophile culture in the 18th century. Yeah, what's this thing? Domovoi, sorry. In the Slavic religious traditions, domovoi, also spelled domovic, is the household spirit of a given kin. They are defined progenitors, that is to say, the fountainhead ancestor of the kin. Sometimes he has a female counterpart, Domania, the goddess of the household. Though he is often as a single god, the domovoi expresses himself as a number of other spirits of the household. Okay, so they're basically saying I looked like a ghost. Basically, I was not right. And now we have neutral. Don't know their address. That's funny. Alive. We have neutral. So neutral. Hang on, back. Neutral, neutral, neutral. Oh, there's lots of people. Oh no, sorry, there's two. There's still lots of people. She's 60 though, so that's good. Character sheet is there, and yeah, so hopefully we get some more ranks up soon.
How exciting. All kinds of interesting people must come by.
You'd be surprised, my dear, and mildly disappointed. I'd love for you to stop by one day. I'll treat you to a round of something nice.
I'll make sure to visit. Since you're an expert, may I ask you about the wine that the Countess gave me?
Girl, it's blood. Come on.
I'll admit I found it delicious, but it wasn't really wine, was it?
It was not. Cabernet was sort of our code word for blood, so we don't shock any innocents. And then we just got used to it. Funny how language works, isn't it?
Yes. Funny. Well, I should get going.
So you seem like a good vampire. You're kind of like, let's have things in moderation, let's not kill people, let's sort of manage ourselves correctly.
Good luck. I have a feeling we'll see each other soon.
Oh, this is the girl with the friend.
Come on. Don't any of you cowards want to have any fun?
My lady, with all due respect, Russian roulette just seems like, too much fun for the night.
Fine. Get lost then. Be on your merry way.
She wants to play Russian roulette. Oh, girl, you're crazy.
The second time I die would be of boredom. Now, would you look at this pretty picture? I could barely recognize you from before.
Thanks.
Where did you get this dress?
It's a gift from the Countess. She is very generous.
Huh. I thought it looked familiar.
Oh, I don't think she liked that. Maybe it's her old dress.
Name is Liza, by the way.
Liza, it's a pleasure. May I ask who was the young man you talked with earlier?
That's Petra. You know him already.
Who, Petya? Why, are you interested?
Goodness, no. I was just making conversation.
I love how I have a fan.
Don't be shy. We're not attached. Petya is human. I picked him up at the town market.
Yeah, we already knew all this, girl. We've already talked to him.
He is a salesman. A ridiculously bad one at that.
If you two are not an item, may I ask why did you invite him over?
To eat him.
Because it was my turn.
To bring someone to eat.
A turn for what?
To spice up the eternity.
So, I've just been turned today.
Congratulations. That must be quite shocking. Thrilling, even. I'm envious, really.
Yes, thank you. I'm not quite sure how to process all this yet. What does one even do with this? Being dead, drinking blood, who knows what else?
Same thing anyone around here does. Masticating plain eternity day after day. Spicing it up any way you can.
Hence the Russian roulette.
We're already dead, aren't we? What else is there to lose? Do you fancy a round?
Maybe some other time.
Suit yourself.
So, it's true what they say? Vampires live forever?
We exist forever. We don't live.
Okay, fair.
But then again, few do.
Even the living don't live.
Does this mean that we can't die? I mean, stop existing?
Oh, sweetheart, there is nothing easier. Just stop drinking blood for a few days, fall from a high roof, or just step into the sunlight.
Okay.
I should probably be writing this all down.
So, now that you have eternity on your side, do you consider your existence more valuable?
More valuable?
No, of course not. Pulse or no pulse, life is just as valuable as it always was.
I see. In that case, how would you compare the value of your new existence to, say, Petya's?
Petya's is more valuable.
I'd have to say Petya's. Like you said, what I have now isn't really life.
Fair enough. Still, it's an interesting thought experiment, isn't it?
Indeed. Excuse me. I think someone is calling for me.
I have socialized. Turn to Mr. Smokey.
Good timing. I just finished up.
Yes, how lucky.
Don't be snappy, Liza. Smoking is an important routine for a soldier. Can't be interrupted.
Oh, yes, my history again.
A soldier, huh? And which division were you in, exactly?
We can talk about the divisions some other time, perhaps. So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
What is going on in the basement of the manor? It's absolutely terrifying down there.
Yeah, it's pretty horrifying. There's just lots of locked doors, there's some mute knocking fellow.
Oh yes, the basement. If I were you, I would just forget all about it.
Excuse me?
All I know is that Countess conducts her business and she doesn't enjoy people meddling in it.
If it's so confidential, how come I ended up there in the first place?
Bad planning on some fella's part, anyway.
Minor oversight. You were supposed to be moved upstairs before you were up, but appears that you are an early riser.
And whose oversight was it, may I ask?
Let's not focus on casting blame, shall we?
Yours.
I say all's well that ends
It
well.
was totally yours and she's pissed.
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
Who ended up letting me out of the chamber?
If I'm honest, I haven't the foggiest idea. I thought you knew.
Well, I don't. And whoever it was gives me the goosebumps.
That's going to be a massive mystery to find out who we owe a favor to, and it's going to be bloody difficult, I imagine. It's one of those ones where it's like, oh, it was an impossible choice then, but like now it's going to have mass reaching consequences.
On top of everything, I ended up promising them a favor and felt a bad burn on my shoulder right after that.
Oh, we've made a deal with Satan. We've made a deal with the actual devil. Oh, no.
Do you know what it could possibly be?
Let me take a look. Oh, brother.
What? What is it?
It could be nothing, really. No need to worry. Just make sure that you show this to the doctor when you see him, alright?
I'm sorry. Don't be like, oh god, and it's like, what is it? It's like, nothing. It's fine. Just get it checked out. Like, that means you know what it is.
Right.
You know what it is, and it's really bad.
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
If vampires are real, does this mean other fairy tales are?
You'll have to be more specific than that.
Rusalkas? Domovoys? Ghosts?
What's the Rusalkas? A feminine entity, often malicious toward mankind and frequently associated with water. The Melsoon, the Nixie, folklorists have proposed a variety of her origins, including they may originally stem from the Slavic paganism that may have been seen as benevolent spirits. Appear in a variety of media in modern popular cultural, particularly in Slavic language speaking countries. They are frequently resembling the concept of a mermaid. Okay, so we're saying that mermaids, house ghosts, and regular ghosts, I guess. Kind of like a banshee, I suppose, maybe.
Yes, no, yes. We'll spend all night here if we keep talking about flora and
So
fauna.
ghosts do exist, and mermaids do exist.
If you want my advice, focus on yourself first. That always ends up working for me.
Okay.
So, are there any other questions you have left for me?
No, let us carry on.
I suppose that's it for the time being.
Perfect. If you don't mind me asking, what do you make of all this? I take it you've done a couple laps around the ballroom. Learned a little more about what it's like to be one of us.
Oh, I've no science. God damn it.
Well, for starters, I'm still dead, apparently. Dead.
Get over it already. What's even the difference between being dead or alive?
Not needing to drink blood, having a pulse, being able to age. There's kind of a good few things.
You can walk, you can talk, what else do you need?
Okay.
What about my immortal soul?
Oh, what a question.
See, I know you're that type, getting all bogged down in the details. It's a minor inconvenience, really, for everything that you get in return.
And what do we get in return?
Eternity. Liza.
All right. Have you read Thunderstorm?
Oh, I'm so happy. Yes!
Of course I did. Tragic story.
It sure is. Well, unlike Katerina in the play, you no longer need to wonder why people can't fly.
Oh.
How did you do that?
By sheer will, Liza. It's very simple.
How are you even talking with me in such a state?
That's yet another benefit of being one of us. We can project our thoughts into people's minds.
Neat.
I prefer it, really. I find normal speech kind of primitive.
Why don't you do it all the time, then?
I'd love to, but you don't want to get too used to it and scare a human by accident.
Fair.
Now, why don't you try it? Let's see what kind of bat you are.
You have a new ability. Right-click to access vampires' abilities and turn into a bat.
Goodness!
I'm a little red bat.
Isn't this a hoot? Come on, I'll show you around.
Bat indicator in the bottom left informs whether bat shifting is currently possible. Okay, you need a landing circle. Okay.
Seems like you're catching on. Follow me.
I can't believe I'm actually flying.
All this talk about death, but don't you feel more alive than you ever have right now?
Oh, that was fun. That's really cool, in fairness.
If only I have 3 coins to my name, then I'd show 'em. They'd all see.
Is this what you wanted to show me? A drunk peasant?
What I wanted to show you is how to use your new powers. Meet Trophime. He is the Countess's former serf, now custodian and coachman. Among other things, he makes sure no one goes in or out of here without her permission.
It's like a serf is a servant, basically. And now she's obviously keeping him around for security detail. Okay.
Important man. Now, come with me. How is life, Trophime?
My lord, is that you? Oh, the bottle you gave me. Highest quality. Much obliged.
Oh,
I can see that. It's nearly empty already.
we've gotten him so drunk. Oh no. Are we going to feed on the... I'm full though.
Alright, enough pleasantries. Watch this.
Okay.
What happened to him? Is he alright?
He is fine. We call this enchantment.
Oh, they mentioned that the guy had a human girl and they fell in love and she didn't have to enchant anymore.
What does enchantment do, exactly?
I'm guessing it's like the Vampire Diaries, kind of like compulsion. They just get hypnotized.
It makes people tranquil. While they are in trance, they don't feel pain or have a clear memory of what happened.
Oh, well, it's okay. It's different. Again, no science, girl.
So they don't remember anything once they're enchanted?
Not quite. They may not remember what happened, but they won't forget how you made them feel.
Sounds like a subject for some awkward conversations.
You don't know the half of it yet. You'll see.
How do I enchant someone?
So, how do I enchant someone? I don't know if I can whistle like you.
Don't worry. Whistling is just for me. It's like a cure for the hiccups. Everybody has their own way. When you need it, it will come to you.
Does this mean you can just come up to anybody and make them tranquil?
In theory, but it's not quite that simple. Firstly, they have to like you, an important condition. Without it, the charm won't work.
So you have to build up your social standing and stuff with them. Okay. So managing relationships is going to be important.
Secondly, you should only do it to humans.
But you could do it to vampires.
So it doesn't work on other vampires.
I didn't say that, girl.
I didn't say that.
Hmm?
There are rumors that the best of the best can indeed enchant their own kind. But I don't even know if the Countess has that kind of power.
Watch me by the end of this game, enchanting everybody.
Besides, this would certainly not be considered ethical by our vampire brothers and sisters.
But of course, doing it to humans is totally ethical.
I bet they wouldn't mind to have that power, though.
Oh, without a doubt.
So why would you want to enchant someone?
I thought you might ask that. There are 2 main reasons. 1. People in a trance are easily suggestible. You can use that to influence their thoughts and opinions.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, I didn't say you have to do it, did I? Everyone lives with their own choices.
When you say influence their thoughts, does this mean they will do anything I say?
Only within reason, of course, especially when you are a beginner. Impression is a delicate art and takes a lot of practice.
Okay, and the other reason?
And what is the second reason?
I think you already know.
What have you done?
I just opened him up for you. Don't worry, he'll be just fine unless we bleed him dry. Come here. It's time for you to learn how to feed.
But my glass is full. I'm full.
I don't know if I'm ready.
You're as ready as you'll ever be.
How do I turn?
Just relax and let your instincts take over. It will come naturally.
In the ability wheel. Okay.
My mouth, it's bleeding.
Oh no.
Of course, I forgot to warn you. Sorry. Don't worry, it's normal. That happens when your fangs are out for the first time. It will recover in a minute.
I suppose I'm already going to be drinking blood anyway, so...
His skin smells like wild berries. But not just the smell.
Yeah.
The promise of warmth that draws you.
His white eyes are really creepy though. I like the little, it reminds me of, the, like, PlayStation home screen. The little particle effects.
The promise of being whole.
Back in, like, the PS3 days.
I want to feel it on my teeth, in my body. No, I can't do this.
It's because I'm full.
I don't think I can do it. I'm sorry.
All right. But if the Countess asks, promise you'll say that you've done it. I don't want to get in trouble because you chickened out.
I promise.
Remember, you have to learn to do it to survive. I better get back to my other errands. Don't want to get my tunic wet.
So they wanted you to actually do it. Okay, I'm going to remember
Do
that
you
lie.
remember the way back?
I do. Hussar?
Oh, because I have a high enough relationship, I can say thank you.
Thank you for your help. I had a rough day and it means a lot to me.
Don't mention it. I ended up having a decent time myself. I'll see you soon.
I should get back to the manor and talk with the Countess. I'll process this all later. Where will I live? What's next? There's so much I have to sort out first. But first... Hussar said I can influence someone who is enchanted.
So not even by somebody else, you can do it once somebody else put them in that state.
I should try it on Trophine. Can you hear me, Trophine? Here is something I'd like you to do.
Oh, because I have no nihilism at all. Interesting. Would have been cool if, because I only picked humanity choices, if there was like something else I could have picked on the humanity side, but that's interesting. Needed 15 nihilism points to like make him into even more of an alcoholic.
You will start pacing your drinking.
Gained more humanity. Let's check my sheet. 22 humanity. Oh yeah, and 0 nihilism, you see, look. Maybe with 22 I've like passed the threshold. That could be interesting. Turn to the manor.
What was that?
Oh dear. I think our puppet friend has
Looks like the banquet is over. Someone is still inside, though.
I don't understand. How could this even happen?
You have no self-control at all.
What is this? My God!
relationship map. Is this just gone to Tropheme? Everyone's neutral. Neutral. Oh, look at that. Dead. Undead, and then just plain dead. I see. Okay. Does that mean other characters can die?
What the hell happened here?
It's all Victoria's fault. I told her he's almost empty, but she wouldn't listen.
What do you want from me? I was starving, and you two barely left me anything.
Doesn't matter now. We drained a man. Not anywhere, but at the Countess's manor.
Oh, she's gonna be pissed. But also, like, the girls look really like they've, like, been messy eaters, but the guy, like, looks fine, so... like, especially when he's a beard, surely he would have been, like, covered with blood in his beard and stuff, you would think.
Someone is going to fry for this, and it sure as hell won't be me.
Are you mad? No one is going to be executed for this. He's just a human.
You monsters!
You monsters! How could you do this?
And who are you exactly?
That's right. Hasn't been a vampire for 5 minutes and thinks she knows everything.
Well, I have 0 nihilism points and I have all the humanities, so... screw you guys.
Come with me, my dear. This is not your mess to sort out.
It's like, this has nothing to do with you, girl. Let's just go.
Those morons. I knew I couldn't leave them alone with him.
Yeah, you did.
I just can't seem to make sense of it. I talked with Petya not even an hour ago.
I'm so sorry. He didn't need to die today.
What happens now?
Well, the Countess won't like this one bit. I can tell you that much.
Is she sympathetic to humans?
I wouldn't say that. However, she doesn't like murders being linked up to her property.
Yeah, it's like the young doll salesman went to a party at the Countess's, never seen again. You know, doesn't bode well.
She will find her way out of this, no doubt. But those 3 in the ballroom, we'll have to see.
Gulp. I mean, you might as well keep asking, because we might get, like, a skill check, but yeah, frying, I'm imagining, is you're going to be put out to the sunlight.
Back in the room, they said someone will be fried. What does that mean?
I don't know if you've heard this yet, but we can't be in the sun. It destroys us.
I did read about that in the folktales.
The stories are true. Sometimes it's used as a form of capital punishment for our kind.
So...
what do you think will happen to those 3 outside?
yeah, they're probably going to be executed, like, for being absolute silly billies.
Murdering a human, sadly, isn't a big crime in our community. I don't think it will come to that.
Oh, ignore me. I'm the silly Billy.
If I had my guess, I'd say they will get their fangs dulled for troubling the Countess.
Oh, okay.
They will grow back after a month or two, but before then, they will have to feed solely on Cabernet, and it isn't cheap.
Maybe I should have taken that money. Maybe I should have had those 5 coins.
What if they can't afford it?
Then they die like normal people when they can't afford food.
They will just have to find a way. Some take loans, some steal.
Perhaps if I took the money and did all the nihilism things, I could then collect stuff he's stolen to fund my Cabernet lifestyle.
Without blood, we are like humans without water.
Arbin?
Yes?
Do you know what will happen to me now? I don't even know who I am anymore. What do I do? Where do I live?
wonder, do we get our own little house and we can buy adornments and things? Maybe we can buy a piano maybe and we can practice the piano to gain our skills and stuff. That'd be cool to have a little home decoration situation, or we can buy a library and buy certain books and we can read them to pass time and whatever.
I understand it's not an easy day. We all went through this at some point. All the answers will come at the right time. For now, you just need to wait it out till someone sends for you.
Okay.
I must admit, I feel quite restless.
Listen, not many of us might say this to you, so I want to do it. Being one of us doesn't just mean hurting people for your own benefit. It doesn't have to be.
Interesting. Okay.
To me, it means that I have an eternity to become better, learn from my mistakes, absorb the knowledge about the world.
Okay, I'm liking you. You're giving very Carlisle vibes. You're giving very let's learn and better humanity. Okay, Arbin.
I suppose that's one way to look at it.
You know, the Countess has a wonderful library over here. Why don't you grab a book and use this time to learn something new? Perfection comes in little steps.
Oh, so you can actually read books. And because I have a good relationship, I can say that.
Thank you for all your help and kindness, Arbin. It feels really good to have a friend around here.
I know it can't be easy for you right now in all this madness. It's hard to adjust. I learned that the hard way. Trust me.
Okie dokie.
Here, I want you to have this.
And she mightn't have given that to me if I hadn't have said that relationship thing. So I now have a vial of blood. So I have a day's supply without the Cabernet. I'm imagining with time passing, my drink will go down and I'll have to source how I feed.
This should give you a little boost when you need it. Clear your head. It's not going to last long, but it will give you a little peace of mind for the time
I
being.
wonder, does the blood go bad? Is that what she means by it won't last long? Or does she mean it only gives you a day's rations?
I should go now, my dear. You know where to find me. Next time, a drink at my bar is on me.
Oh, so yeah. I can now go there and get a free day's drink as well. So basically just give me 2 days drink. Nice.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Let's go read a book. So I get +1. Oh, and it takes time of the day then. How are my stats looking? I did say I wanted to start sciencey stuff, so... We're now at Twilight. And I imagine different books might take multiple sessions to finish, and then we get more science points or whatever. And maybe in the future we can buy certain books and then spend a day or 2 days or 3 days reading it for big boosts. But this is just the tutorial, so fair enough.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
I should see what all this ruckus is about.
There'd be fighting. I'm imagining it's the girl who brought your man in, and she's like, oh my god, he's died. Oh, the lighting is so pretty here with the candlelight. Consequences. You will make some choices in Cabernet, some of little and some of big consequence. You will not always know which one is which, and some of these consequences will be marked on the screen by this symbol. Okay, so I'm currently suffering a consequence. So something I said...
This is fresh. What in the world caused this?
So this scene didn't... So this would have been different. This is a consequence of something I did earlier. And the body's gone too.
They must have taken Petya's body away. Lord only knows what they'll do to it. My God, what happened here?
Idiots being punished for their own stupidity.
Did you kill them?
I took that snake's fangs out. We'll see how she does now.
She just properly removed them. Alright.
I wasn't sure what to do when I saw him, but then I thought about something you said earlier.
Really? What was it?
Oh, was it when I said that a human life's worth more? Oh no. Hopefully she didn't say, this is because Liz said this and that's why I'm doing this.
That mortal life has the same value as eternal existence. I don't know if it's true, but it certainly helped me find my rage.
Okay.
Still, this isn't going to bring him back.
I'm so sorry about Petya. He seemed like such a nice boy.
It was always a risk. Life goes on. Whatever it is we have.
True.
But thank you. You must be curious about what happens to you now.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm the doctor's assistant.
I'd be lying if I said otherwise.
The way it works is that you get assigned to the one who turned you for the apprenticeship. I believe you are the doctor's disciple.
I don't really remember much before I woke up. The doctor. He was a traveling doctor that came to the city, wasn't he? He was a vampire?
Must have been.
He certainly was. It will all come back eventually. Don't worry about it now. Countess has a coachman, Trophime. He will take you to the doctor's place in town.
Mm-hmm.
He is rough around the edges, but you can learn a lot from him.
May I speak with the Countess herself?
You need to be a little more important for that to happen. Trust me, she'll send for you soon. She has errands for us all. You will be no exception.
I'll be ready whenever she needs me.
Like a good dog, aren't you?
Oh, great, whatever.
You should go. Trophime will be waiting for you, and the sun is not getting any lower. I've unlocked the door by the balcony. It'll lead you to the stairs and outside.
Okay.
Hey, Liza?
Yes?
Never mind.
Oh no, because I bloody said the wrong thing. I don't get to...
All right then.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you. Could you please take this ugly doll with you? I can't keep looking into its dead eyes.
Does it remind you of Petya?
Just take it with you, please.
All right, I will.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
I swear it just blinked.
Oh great. Oh great. I now have the bloody cursed doll. Wonderful. Okay. What's next? Oh. Well, that's it. A nice game. And I could definitely see myself even just replaying the this demo, just to literally specifically pick different options and, you know, see what all these different dialogue options are versus the different skill tree options. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Interesting to trying out live commentary, so hope that's been enjoyable. And yeah, it's probably going to be a long episode, but hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully whenever it comes out I can pick it up and we can continue the adventures of Liza going forward.